Hi guys, it's been a long time since I have recorded anything. This is going to be a very real and raw video. Today is October 30th, 2023, and I'm going to be real and raw today. I've had a rough day today. Today I failed my first nursing exam and it has hit me hard. I've been in nursing school for over 8 weeks now. I'm almost done with my first semester in nursing school and I failed my first exam today, and that is not something you want to start doing so close to the end of the semester. And when I tell you I failed, it wasn't like a couple points. I actually did pretty terrible on it. In my nursing school, we are a ADN RN, so we have to have an 80% in order to pass. The LPNs and the second year RNs only have to have a 78 in order to pass. We have to have an 80 overall. So even if you end up getting a 79.999 at the end of the semester, they won't round up to an 80. You get a 79 and you're out. As of right now, even with my 2 failed exams today, two, because we do a pharmacology exam too. So even with my 2 failed exams today, I still have an 82.05 in the class. So even with this failed exam, even though it brought my grade down a lot, it did not fail me enough in order to kick me out. Everything was going great until today, until my unit 5 exam. We're on unit 6. We only have 7 units. We're currently on unit 6, and then we got unit 7, and then we have the final. So we've got 3 more exams left and 2 more pharmacology exams left. I passed every other exam besides today. So I failed my pharmacology exam. One of the questions was because I calculated it wrong, and like I said, I knew as soon as I hit the next button I calculated it wrong because I looked at my screen. You get a blank white sheet of paper to do your scrap math on, or to do your math on, and then you also have a little calculator that's on the screen that you use. And I was looking at the numbers that I written down, and I'm like, I put that in the calculator wrong. And sure enough, whenever I hit the next button, the exams in my nursing school, you can't do backwards navigation. So once you hit the next button, that's it. You can't go back and change your answer. So had you been able to change your answer, I would have went back and changed my answer, because I seen what I did wrong on the scrap sheet of paper as soon as I pressed next. And that is my fault. I should have double checked before I pressed next, but I just went ahead and did it. On pharmacology exams, they gave us a cheat sheet, which has the conversions on there that you needed to know. And they gave us that for our first 2 pharmacology exams. We started having pharmacology exams with our last 2 exams. And this is the first pharmacology exam we didn't get a drug tip sheet, and I forgot to study the drug tip sheet. Why I got a bad grade on this exam, it was strictly because we have 4 skills videos due Sunday at 11:59 p.m. last night, and they had to be submitted with documentation at 11:59 last night. So we had the skills for IV discontinuation, intramuscular injection, subcutaneous injection, and intradermal injection. And those videos had to be the critical criteria was 6 pages long in order to not fail and get remediated for that skill, for those skills. And yeah, you could do all of them in one video, or you could split it up into separate videos. To ensure I hit everything, I went ahead and split it up into 4 separate videos, so it took me days in order to make sure I hit all the critical criteria, because I was so hard on myself and I was grading myself every single time. And then finally, I just got so frustrated with it last night. I said, whatever, I've got more assignments to do. So yeah, I failed my first exam today. The unit exam, my reason for failing the unit exam, I got a 68, and you have to get an 80 to pass, so that was pretty bad of me. Again, I failed the unit exam, and I know why I failed the unit exam. I told my mom I was so focused on my skills videos that so I would not hopefully get remediated by them. That's why I did not spend as much time studying as I usually would like. The reason why I missed the exam today is because I had half the questions I missed were literally changed answers. I had the correct answer selected first. I was like, oh wait, no, and then I changed them. I second guess myself all the time thanks to my anxiety. So yeah, that was one of the reasons I missed. The other reason was also because I would get certain definitions mixed up. There was a question, I can't get into specifics about questions, but there was one about posture, and I got 2 of the things not scoliosis, because I know what that is, but I got lordosis or lordosis and kyphosis, however you pronounce that. I got those 2 mixed up like an idiot. Those are just certain definitions like that I got mixed up today. I was just so stressed this week, making sure that I did the injections and the IV discontinuation. correctly that I just did not study this week. So it is my fault. I'll take full responsibility for that, but it still stresses me out. Now I definitely know that the tests are apparently getting harder because I was not the only one that failed. There were actually quite a few people that failed. The pharmacology, there was a lot more people that failed that than the unit exam. Yeah. So if you don't know, in nursing school, at least in my program, we have to do remediation every time we miss. Whether you miss one question or you miss them all, you have to remediate on all the questions that you missed. But I failed my first nursing exam and it stressed me out. I did have a good cry on the way home. I held it together in school because I don't like crying in front of people. And I was driving home by myself and it was raining and it was just like the perfect weather to be sad. So I cried on my way home today. But I'm just here to tell you, if you fail one exam, or if you're like me and you fail 2 exams, don't think it's the end of the world, because I thought it was the end of the world today until I got home. I felt better whenever I did my weighted grade and I found out that they can't kick me out even if they wanted to, because I got an 82%. So they still can't kick me out even with my failed grades because I have an 82. Yeah, I'm still a little bit stressed about it. I think you can tell that my voice is kind of shaky. I'm still, like I said, a little bit stressed about it because I've put my blood, sweat, and tears into this program, into just getting into this program. Like, I cried so much during Anatomy 2 last spring that it just stresses me out. And yeah, but I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this. I could have gone an easier route, but nursing has been calling to me for the longest time, and that is for a different video. But I have cried and I've prayed and I've done everything that you could think of in order to like say, like, is nursing really for me? And every single time I ask that question, my life always points back to nursing's for you. You got this, get up and try. I gotta go message my skills advisor, and then I've got to go message the nursing program coordinator as well. I don't really have a lot of hope right now. I hope and pray that I will pass. I'm going to start working on my notes and stuff. I'm going to get caught up in microbiology first tonight. So I'm going to be doing micro tonight, and then I will do my notes after lecture tomorrow. If you fail your nursing school exam, you're not alone. The world is not over. I know a lot of nursing programs are still 78%. Mine's just 80. Mine just decides to be hateful whenever I get in there. Like I said, last year students and LPN students are still 78 in order to pass. It's not the end of the world, even though I still kind of think it is. On a unit exam, my lowest score was an 85 before today. So considering that I went straight from a B to an E, like, that just stresses me out. I've talked to a couple people at my college, and they said, don't think anything about it yet, you know, see what your final grades are. And then they said, well, if something happens and you don't make it to next semester, or something happens and you don't make it in the nursing program, they said maybe it's just not your time. Don't count out nursing for you completely. And I was like, but you know, it's so hard hearing that whenever I've tried so hard to get in this program. I only applied once, so this is my first time applying to the program, and actually got in the first time I applied. But with that being said, I've put my blood, sweat, and tears into college, 2 different universities. This is my second college I've been to. You're not the only one that fails. Half the class failed today. Not half, but about 1/4 of the class failed both exams today, so that makes me feel a little bit better. I will let you guys know if I'm still a nursing student next time as well. If I'm not, I'm going to be kind of sad, but I'll just start working again as a CNA, I guess. If I get kicked out of nursing school, I will start working at the hospital as a CNA again, just because I'm not just going to do nothing. So I do still have my CNA license. With that being said, I will see you guys next time, and I hope you guys feel like you're not alone whenever you fail, because let me tell you something, even if you get okay grades, it might happen. It might eventually happen. If it hasn't happened yet, it might eventually happen. So just prepare yourself for it, because whenever I got that exam score on my computer this morning, I wanted to break down. I was like, oh shoot, like I'm doing bad. But anyway, I've got a lot of work to do. I gotta go do medical micro, then I've got to do remediation, and then I've got to go message 2 different professors. So we are good over here. So I will see you guys next time.